I have wig hair in my boobs. Hi, and welcome to the Cosplay Confederation. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Sarah. I'm known as Sleepy Shadow Cosplay on TikTok, Instagram. Today we're going to be talking about cosplay preparation. Today I'm cosplaying Katsuki Bakugo, and I am joined with Flicka. If you would like to tell who you're cosplaying and your handle.
I am Hokushibo. Don't mind the weirdness. If you all see this, I'm just bored and just have too much fabric on my arms.
And we're also joined by John, which you can find him on YouTube at Captain Hudson. If you guys are joining us on YouTube, hi, welcome. You guys get to see the exclusive live episodes, which are exclusive to YouTube. Pretty cool, fun. And you can also find him on, give me a second, TikTok. I was trying to remember your handle because I know you changed it. John Comedy. I knew you changed it. I was trying to remember what you changed it to. We are for those of you who don't know us, hi, we're the Cosplay Confederation. We're a group of cosplayers that got together one day and decided it would be fun to have a podcast talking about any and all things cosplay. We are in restructuring, trying to figure out how we want to run this podcast, who runs what. When we first jumped into it, we didn't really have a plan. We ran it for about a month without any plan, and then it was brought to our attention we needed to get a plan, needed to get a course of action for these episodes, and we've been restructuring since. So if you look back from our first couple episodes to where we're at, my earrings are stabbing this. If you look back to how the episodes were versus how they are now, you'll see that there's a significant difference. We won't have guests on for, I think, probably another 2-3 episodes. Along with, after this episode, we'll be talking about our scheduling for episodes. So look forward to reading more of that. You can learn about any of behind the scenes or updates on our Instagram at the Cosplay Confederation. We will post any updates about canceled episodes or episodes not being aired or being moved around. Like if, for instance, one day we decide instead of doing it on a Wednesday like we normally do at 10 p.m. EST, and John, what time frame? What's your time zone? And Flicka?
It's 7 o'clock my time, so.
What time is your time? Let them know.
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll get back to that one. But
here somewhere.
That being said, we're going to talk about con preparation for all baby cosplayers, or baby con goers, baby cosplayers. I am echoing. Give me 1 second. Let me try to rejoin the call and see if I can get my phone to stop echoing. All right. 1, 1, 2, 2. All right, it stopped echoing. Good, because it was throwing me off and making my stutter. So con preparation, what that looks like can be many different things. What I personally do is different from what John does. What John does is different from what Flicka does. We all do different things, and that's completely okay. I'm going to preference this by saying this is stuff we have done as con goers or stuff we have planned to do as future con goers. Quite a few con goers that I've run into at cons didn't know what to do. They're from out of state or just haven't been to a con at all. And so they make a lot of mistakes. And that's why we have this podcast, is to talk about things that we think need to be talked about and to have fun. So that being said, let's get on with the episode. We really need to come with an intro video. So yeah, con preparation. What that can look like is a whole lot of different things. And I think John can speak on this behalf as well. You just came back from a convention. What was some of the con preparation you did? and stuff like that, a good way you can do that is every day pack a little by a little. So, like, today, you get your suitcase out. Tomorrow, you find your shirt for this cosplay. Or if you are more organized and you have all the cosplay put on, like, one hanger, you find that cosplay. And you put it in the suitcase. It can be, okay, I need to rebuild. This is actually a really good example, and one that I tend to use often. All these do not break. I need to, the staff broke. I need to get some shrink wrap or shrink film or plastic and shrink it onto here so it's safe to take to con. I need to re-glue this orb. Okay, so today I grabbed a stick, I put it together and put the film on it and shrink it. Tomorrow I'll get the glue and I'll put it on this. Or if I need to completely dismantle this, which I can't because of how I built it, one thing I do regret, I need to do a touch-up paint job on it. You can't see up from afar, but up close, or like right up here. Yes, Luca?
Yeah. Wouldn't you be able to fix it with a what's it called? A 3D pen?
A what? I'm sorry?
A 3D pen. Kind of like a 3D printer, just with pen style.
This is EVA, or not EVA. This is it's like hard. I'm trying to remember what they called it. It's the stuff, not the green one, but the white one that people use when making flower decorations.
Styrofoam?
Like, kind of like saffron, but think like extremely dense. Like, I can put, okay, now you're gonna do it. I can put a decent bit of pressure on the inside before it will give, and the outside, I'm like squeezing as hard as I can. It's very dense. I really need to repaint this, but this is really one of the first. No, it's not the first. It's one of. I think this is actually the third prop I've ever made. So I've learned a lot from this. It was definitely one of my more taxing prop builds. So, yeah. Everything okay? But sometimes it can be as simple as putting a wig in a bag, or today my con is in a month. Okay, let me figure out what I want to do. Sometimes, and I'm not even gonna lie, sometimes I start putting my cosplays into designated areas a year in advance because I'm very indecisive. And if I don't, I'm gonna sit here and switch up. Oh, I'm gonna do this character, I'm gonna do that character, I'll do this character. So everyone is gonna look a little different. One of the biggest things I recommend doing is get a notebook. Make a list of what you need for that cosplay. Like my Bakugo cosplay. I need my wig, my makeup, my shirt, my pants, my shoes. Now the shirt and the pants are typically a set. And then I need my undershirt for under this. So that's shirt, pants, undershirt, shoes, wig. And then that goes first, put underwear, socks, bra. Sounds stupid, but sometimes in a rush, you're gonna forget socks. I forgot some. John's camera died again.
Never.
Sometimes I forgot things as simple as makeup. Like for Bakugo, I wear eyeshadow because I like doing it. It adds a little personal detail. I also have recently started trying to learn contouring.
Ooh.
So yeah, I used highlighter because I lost my contour. And the highlighter was dark enough to do it, so it worked. I forgot my undershirt one time. The first time I ever wore this to a convention. I forgot the shirt underneath the outfit. That way, if I got hot, I could unzip it. And then just every so often, go through the list and be like, okay, I need this. Let me go put it over there. Check. All right, and then before you leave, go, okay, I have this, check. I have this, check. And go down each list for each cosplay, each thing you need. If you're going to a convention out of state, my seat is falling apart. For example, I went to my first ever con out of state last year, I think it was. I went to Balticon, which is a Maryland-based convention. That is roughly a 7-hour, 6.5, 7-hour drive, not including stops. My cousins came down and got me, and then we went up to the convention. So when I got there, I realized I forgot my toothbrush. Like, out of all things, I forgot my toothbrush because I had all my cosplays packed. And so, personally, if it's an out-of-state convention, make a list for all of your cosplays. Make a list for all your daily necessities, anything that you would need on this trip, and then pack it. And then right before you leave, go back through that bag or suitcase and double check you put everything in that suitcase. And then load it up in the car and double check you put everything that was like, so if you have everything in your suitcase and you have a duffel bag and a book bag and this, because I travel heavy, I have a book bag, a duffel bag, a purse, and a snack bag. Go through and check, make sure you have all those bags and that they're all sealed. And then walk back through your house, make sure you have everything in said bags for another time. It sounds contradictory to do it so many times, but sometimes you think you put something in a bag and you missed it. I thought this was going to be more to talk about.
I mean, like, when I went to my first con, which was FanX, I was undoubtedly overwhelmed, of course. Well, my mom originally was against the idea of me actually dressing up. I had the makeup. I actually convinced her to do so. Well, I packed my makeup. I was supposed to go as Negan, but I packed my leather vest instead. It was a simple mistake because I have them hung up like this, so it looks like the sleeves are there, but they're not. So I went as, I reworked my costume. It was a cosplay. It was a cosplay closet. Yeah, closet cosplay. Whew. Which, thankfully, I had my base outfit on underneath when I got to Salt Lake anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Which, beautiful convention. So I just reworked my outfit into being Daryl Dixon, which helped because I met the actor of Ezekiel, which, cool guy. Didn't know he voiced Cyborg until in line he was talking to a guy and he suddenly just goes, "Booyah!" I'm like, "What? That's you?" Well, yeah. Like, oh shit. Nice. As well as, that's the same outfit I met Matthew Lillard in, which, photo up. I'm proud of. I panicked. I didn't know you could actually pick the pose, so I was going off of what he wanted. So, yeah.
And that's a good skill to have, is being able to look at a cosplay and be like, oh, I forgot this. Let me change it really fast. Like, oh, Lord. I did not have time to prep this wig to wear it. Last minute cosplay, Dustin's a perfect example. I was planning on doing a cosplay I have in the works. And then I was trying to trim the wig and had quite a massive malfunction with the scissors and cut off the wrong part.
Behind the scenes on Instagram and TikTok.
I cut off the wrong part of the wig and then just kept cutting and trying to fix it. It did not end up well. Hence why at the last minute. What are you pointing at?
She's pointing at
Wait.
me.
Which side is John on?
I'm on your other side, Flicka. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
So are you up here then? For
Yes. Yeah, me
Okay.
and Flicka are on top.
So you're
and
up
you are
here.
on bottom. I'm
Flicka's over here.
other way around.
Wait, so John's over here, Flicka's
Yes.
over here.
Yes.
So Flicka, John.
At you.
Right.
For me, it's John Flicka.
Just wanna add something real quick. On top of your cosplays, bring comfortable clothes as a possible alternative perfect example from this con I just got back from. Originally, for my Melissa Benoist and Tyler Hecklin photo op, I was going to wear my Superman suit. The photo op was scheduled for day 3. I was already hurting, and between the boots and the cape making all kinds of stuff hurt, I'm like, I had an extra set of clothes, so I just threw on the jacket that I bought at the convention, and I called it a day. I chose comfort over cosplay, and you may have to do that sometimes. Um, just because your body doesn't exactly like you sometimes.
I also will always recommend having a I had to grab something. Having a backup outfit for the cosplay, especially if you're going out of town. Like, I went to Matsuri-con and I was cosplaying Aizawa. But I have my boyfriend with me. He helped me carry bags and stuff because I tend to do a midday switch on day 2 whenever I go to conventions. I very much did not have him with me for the first 4 hours. It was a very hot convention. I had a fleece blanket. I was trying to see if I could find it. A fleece blanket on me. It was very, very hot. And so in con prepping, what I did was I had a second outfit for him, but I didn't bring it because I had a different cosplay in the bag I brought with me. So I only ended up wearing that outfit for roughly 40 minutes before I switched out of it.
Was that like a situation you packed the wrong cosplay, or?
No, I meant to pack that cosplay. What happened was I had a photo shoot as Aizawa, and then I was going to switch to Ace, but I thought I feared my my Aizawa outfit was going to get too hot because it was a long sleeve shirt, long pants, a very thick wig, goggles, a very thick scarf. It wasn't even a thick scarf, it was just a lot of scarf. Because I chose to go with the more canon accurate one rather than the lightweight and easy one. Same thing with the wig. I went with the more character accurate one. And I very much regret that option. I didn't even do the photo shoot. The person had family emergencies, but as soon as I found I wasn't doing the photo shoot, I switched out of the cosplay. I couldn't handle it at that convention. And so if I was smart, because I really was kind of upset because I worked a long time to get my Aizawa outfits together. I sat here and spent months trying to learn how to do a beard, still can't do it. But I put a lot of effort into cosplaying this character at this convention. And I had a whole second outfit in case I got too hot, where it was like just PJs. So it would have just been him in PJs. And I left the PJs at home because it didn't fit in the bag. I made that sacrifice, and it ended up. Con prepping is so many different ways. It's getting ready for the what if of conventions. It's getting ready for you to go to a convention. The what ifs are just as important as the regulars. There's a guy who cosplays, goes around goes around the conventions of Ohio. I've seen him at GalaxyCon Ohio and Matsuri-con. I think I even seen him at OhioCon. I might be wrong. He cosplays the cosplay cleric. Really cool. And what he does for his con prep is he gets all the stuff that people might have missed, like a sewing needle and some thread, bobby pins, hairspray, hot glue gun, super glue, and he puts it on him. And then if you need something, he says you need, and here's a sign that says cosplay cleric. If you need help, come to me. And he helped me fix my goggles because he had glue on hand. My goggles for Aizawa ripped in within 30 minutes. I had the cosplay on for maybe, and I think I had the cosplay on for an hour, so it was only 30 minutes into cosplay when it ripped. But it's, people think of prep for conventions being just this or that, just packing the outfits, but it's finding con preparations are like finding the hotel, figuring out if you're going to eat there or if you know where you're going to eat. If you plan where you eat in advance, it makes, I'm going to be honest with you, it makes your con experience a whole lot more fun because you already know, like, hey, we're going to go to this place. We can go whenever, rather than, oh, we haven't eaten yet today. We need to go eat something. What's around? I don't know. I'm not from this state. I'm not from this general area. I don't know what's around. It's doing that little bit of research. You have something, John?
No, well, I was about to say this is an area I don't have a lot of experience in because every time I go to FanX, I stay at my aunt's house, so it's a lot easier for me to figure that out in advance.
And sometimes it's going to be that. It's going to be going to a friend's house or communicating with your friend. Hey, am I going to buy groceries or are you going to buy groceries? Hey, are you driving or am I driving? Because cons, while they're so much fun, and they really are a whole lot of. I have a wig in my.
You have a what?
Wig hair. It's a V-neck, so the shirt's a V-neck.
Gotcha.
So when I was cutting it on my head, some of the wig hair went down my shirt. And I didn't find that out until I moved, and now I can't get it out because I'm in the middle of an episode. Right. So I'm just sitting with itchy wig hair on me.
That's great.
Wizard.
I know. Damn it! I didn't have the button queued. Son of a bitch.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
You're welcome.
That's how I feel about my wig incident earlier. Con prepping. There's so many ways you can do it, and no one way or another is right or wrong. It's how you want to prep. It depends. Like, honestly, me and my boyfriend, we prep completely differently. I prep months in advance. He shows up the day before and goes, all right, I need to grab this, this, and this, and this, and then I'm ready to go. I'm assuming that's how you do it too, John?
Are you kidding? Like, day before con, like, I'm just like throwing stuff in the suitcase. Yep, all right, I got it. We're good. Throw the suitcase in the car, call it a day.
That's okay. That's how you con prep. That's how you con prep. Sometimes it's as little as communicating with a friend of, hey, am I coming to your
house? When you're packing, make sure you leave room, a little bit of room, or bring like extra bags for stuff you're gonna buy there at the convention. That is a very, very important step, and one I usually end up forgetting, but luckily my mom's usually got me covered. So
I shall return in like 4 or 5 minutes, give or take. I need to finish making a meal for my mom.
So, yeah, that's a good one. That is actually it kind of still goes into con prepping. You're gonna buy stuff. Whether you think you are or not, you're gonna find something. You're gonna go, ooh. Even if it's something as small as a jacket. Cough, cough, cough.
Yeah, I do like this jacket. It was super packing.
It does look very nice. It looks very nice. I'm not gonna lie. But if it's something as small as a jacket or a hat or this or that,
or
have room for it.
Yeah, or like props, or even photo ops and autographs. Like, make sure you got room for it.
A big one I learned is I experimented with wagons because me and my boyfriend go together. So I have the extra set of hands. But the first con I took him to, he ended up carrying a lot of it because I don't have a lot of stamina or a lot of body strength. So he ended up carrying like 3/4 of it. And he's going, I'm tired of carrying stuff. I'm taking it to the car. And when we took like 3 or 4 trips out to the car just to put the stuff we bought in the car. Impulse fire.
One thing I'd like to suggest, and this is what my mom does every year, and it's a great idea, is have like a little extra suitcase on wheels that you just bring around with you.
See, what we do is actually, I might have a picture of it. I'm not sure if I got a picture of the wagon or not. I'm looking while I'm talking. What we do is we use this wagon to get put our stuff in. So like if I do cosplays, if I have like cosplay changes to do, we'll use that and we'll put them in there, and then we'll have room for like posters and stuff like that.
Right.
I did not get a picture of us with the wagon, but sometimes it's something so small and insignificant you don't think of that'll make a big difference.
Right.
Like, actually, I'm going to use a picture of my boyfriend because we got somewhat. I'm looking through photos and I'm laughing at some of them that I didn't realize we took. The only one I got that is semi-eligible where you can see the wagon. Let me share this and let you get it up on screen. All right. Dip it, dip it, dip it. You can kind of see the wagon. I was trying to find the one photo. There it is.
Kind of see it
Is
right about there.
Is it up on the screen for everyone to see?
Yeah, it's up on the screen. I'm circling my cursor.
Yeah. So if you look, it's actually a little overflowing because that was day 2, I think. Or no, that was day 1, I believe. But there we go. So maybe that wagon came in so much. Our first year we tried using some, and I actually got that wagon from seeing a different con goer doing that same exact thing. They were cosplaying Sanji and Nami, and then he had a tray full of fruits and stuff like Sanji's cook. That makes sense. And he would put it on the wagon and then walk around with the wagon, and then he had a bunch of stuff in the wagon as well. But he had that just sitting right on the top. That way it was out of the way, and you could pick up stuff and not worry about leaving something behind. It's very AFD. A lot of the times you'll forget you have something with you. It's not a whole lot. It sounds like a lot more the way we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Con prepping, it can be broken down. I'll say this so many times. It can be broken down into so many different ways. It's make sure you know where you're going. If you're staying at someone's house or you have someone you're staying in a hotel room with, make sure you know who, when. I don't recommend going with a random stranger personally, but I know some people who do, and it works out pretty well. They room share, and it works out well. But it can also have the opposite effect as well. It can turn out horrible. It's be safe. For the love of everything, please be safe. Do it how you want to do it. Make sure you're comfortable. If you have meds, make sure you have enough packed for the convention and the trip home, because sometimes people only think about the trip up and there, not the way back. Make sure you have enough medication to go both ways, and a little extra in case you have an emergency. Like for example, you get delayed and you have to, like, your car goes into a shop and now you have to stay an extra 2 days, but you only brought enough medication for to and from. It's had that little bit of extra. Or have a way to call it nearby and somewhere nearby. Again, going back to that research of, especially if you take medication coming from someone who has to take medication, making sure you know, okay, I have a CVS pharmacy right here, 3 blocks down. If anything happens, I can call my medication into. My doctor knows I'm traveling. They know this. We're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing not a lot of people think about. I didn't think about it until I had an issue where I had to try to do that. Thankfully, I was in Maryland, and I have a good doctor who listens to me. But some doctors don't listen to them, so it's gotta make sure you're able to do it. The wagon. Back to the wagon. I'm sorry. So what we originally started with was an upright one that's just elongated this way, and we didn't like it. We kept hitting it on our feet. We kept hitting other people with it. Ironically enough, And then we tried like a stereotypical fold-up fabric wagon. That one worked so much better. We had more room. We weren't squishing stuff trying to get it in. But it made our life a lot easier because we were able to buy stuff, put it in the cart, rearrange the cart. I carry ribbons, so I carry this massive Milwaukee container, stackable container. And I got the stackable one, that way I can put 2 on. If I have more than XYZ ribbons that fit in here, I can just buy another one and boom. Beautiful. We love her. Right? But I was able just to stick this down in the wagon and then walk around the con, and then you grab something, I just grabbed it out, handed it off, and ran with it. And we even elevator wasn't a problem because me and my, since I had 2 people, I was able to grab one end, he was able to grab the other end, and then we just held it when we went up escalators. Most convention will have elevators though, so if you do need an elevator, they will. Most, if not all, conventions have elevators. Yes, Fuka?
I don't know if this was brought up, but stay hydrated during the con. I don't know if it was brought up between you two.
It was not.
Dang. Hydrate. Make sure you maintain your own blood sugar, and just get rest. And if you're hurting too much to go on with the day, just stop. Because you don't want to do any more unnecessary harm to yourself.
There will always be another con. There will always be another chance of this person coming to your area. Even if they don't come often, there's always another chance they could come back. Or, if, for example, some of the things we do, I love a voice actor that I've never seen come to Ohio. Came to Flicka's area. Hey, Flicka, if I gave you XYZ, can you get a video or be on call with me? And I'll pay you however much it costs. Can you get me this? I think I personally asked for an autograph and a video of them saying hi. And I was going to pay her however much it took. Things happened, it fell through. Not a big issue. But there's always a chance to get, if you collect autographs like I do, and most of mine are actually, I have some behind me right here. This one that is very, very shiny on camera is autographed. I have autographed up there, but I don't think I have any autographs over here. I think I moved them all over to that wall over there. But if you collect autographs, there's always a chance to get them from somewhere else or from a friend to get it for you. Your health is not worth risking it just because you don't know if they'll come back in your area. Con prepping is very important for that reason as well. Make sure you're not trying to do all of it at once if you cannot handle it. I don't recommend doing it all at once, but sometimes, some people, it's easier to do all at once. We want you to take care of yourselves. The whole reason the podcast exists is to have fun and help cosplayers. Remember, you're never alone. Cosplay is a community. It's a hobby. And there's always someone out there willing to help.
Mhm.
You will always meet nice people. You'll meet some creeps, you'll meet some weirdos, some freaks. But majority of us are very nice people. We may look big and scary or very mean, but we're probably one of the nicest people you'll meet. If you meet me at a convention, out of cosplay, I look angry. Very, very angry, like 24/7. I have an RBF like no one would imagine. I'm just like, but if you meet me in cosplay, I'm a smiley, happy little sunshine-filled child.
Well, apparently some people wanted to meet me but panicked, so I don't know. I don't know what I can do to change. Like,
It's we have fan bases now. That's why,
hey,
because they're a
isn't that
fan, so they're
weird?
nervous to meet someone they like.
Weird me.
You're the golden retriever of the group. I don't know.
Maybe it's my metrosexual good looks.
That being said, I think that was everything I wanted to talk about for con prepping. Is there any other topics we wish to talk about today?
Nothing
We
I
got
can
the
think
main
of.
topic out of the way, so now we can talk about a couple of things.
Nothing I can think of.
So with that being said, Flicka's not here yet. So
We'll wait for
with that being said, we have a couple of things we try to do every segment. We're all human, so sometimes we forget. We are cosplay community. We are all here as a group. We're all here as friends. If you need help, you have mental health issues, you need help, there is a number called 988. They're there to help you, not judge you, help you. If you need professional help, reach out to them. They are more than willing. That's what it exists for. There's also a lovely group called Mental Wellness and Cosplay. I got it without stuttering this time or switching it up.
I'm so proud of you.
I'm notoriously bad about saying that name because it's such a tongue twister and I have a stutter. So if you follow us, you know I struggle saying it every time I try to say it. And I feel bad every single time. Mental Wellness and Cosplay. They are a wonderful group that works with conventions here. They're an Ohio-based group that work with conventions to make sure they have things that people need, like soft rooms, quiet rooms, things like that. And they are licensed to do so. Or licensed, is that the right word? Certified.
Yeah, sounds right.
They have the proper credentials.
They got their ducks in a row.
Pretty much. They have their ducks in a row to do it. They have their credentials. I don't know if it's considered a license or not, but I know they have the credentials they need to do so. They work with conventions and they do quite amazing work. They also have a Instagram that they post all sorts of amazing stuff on. I highly recommend checking them out. They do all sorts of stuff. They post affirmations and quotes and wonderful things. They're an amazing group. I cannot say that enough. And here soon, we can talk more on. Here soon, we can talk more exclusively on the partnership we have in the works. I'm happy to announce we have our official partnership. Who it is, though, we're not going to say yet until all the legal documents are signed. But I can proudly say we now have our official first partnership. That is amazing for us. We've been working with them, trying to get all the ducks in a row between our two. I don't want to say what it is necessarily because I don't want to give it away. I just had jumped from one conversation into another. I was ADHDing there. To get all of our ducks in a row together. We have been in the works for about a month, I do believe. We are waiting to hear back from one of them to give us the contract for all of us to sign, and then we are officially 100% partners. But we have been given the green light on partnership. We are just personally waiting to get the legal jargon out of the way. But for the legal reasons of me wanting to make sure we don't just say something that can be held accountable, we aren't saying the group it is yet. We haven't been on in about 3 months or 3 weeks, so I kind of have some stuff that I was like, oh, by the way, we need to talk about that.
Oh yeah.
So I just went from one topic to another really fast and completely forgot to like these are not connected things, by the way. But yeah, here's when we have an official partnership we can talk about. We just have to wait for the documents. Once again, I will say that again. My ADHD brain skewering. On top of that, we will be switching up the layout of how often we do our episodes. That way it is not draining on our crew. We will have to talk a little bit more about it when we are not live, but more information on that will be coming soon on how our episodes will be rearranged. Our Spotify is up. So if you guys want to listen back to our episodes, but that's they want to watch it or can't watch it, and you have Spotify playing, we have John. How many episodes are up on our Spotify right now?
I think there's 6.
Might be 6.
Can we get a confirmation?
1 second. If I can get my Spotify to cooperate. Come on, yeah. 7.
We have 7 of our episodes up and on the air. I don't know what episode we are actually on right now anymore. We are on 9. So we have 2.5 episodes because we did do a half episode technically.
Right.
So we have, which we can also get that up on Spotify as well.
Right.
So here soon we will have that caught up. Any behind the scenes information will be any behind the scenes clips we take, like me accidentally mutilating a wig, will be up on YouTube, not to YouTube, Instagram and TikTok. The wig in question, it's not actually mutilated. I thought it was. While looking at it, it's not. It's okay. It's okay. I need to cut it some more, but I just cut one wrong piece. I can relayer it. I cut the wrong piece and then I need to just layer over top of it. It's not bad. But behind the scenes of me trying to cut this wig properly and failing miserably because I grabbed the wrong scissors that weren't sharp enough and I just kept going with it. We have any behind the scenes or information will be up on Instagram. If we have any information that might change, you'll find it there. Any cancellation, which I was talking about at the beginning of the episodes, it'll also be up on there. And where's the other thing? I'm trying to remember the list of things I had to say. Cosplays is still around. He just has some stuff going on, where he's been moving and getting ready for his college life that he hasn't been able to join us. For any of those who are worried that we may have lost another host, we did not. He is still around. Very much still around. Oh, yes. Here recently, while at a convention, I did an interview with a person who runs their own YouTube channel. So if you would like, I forget where I'm going with this. So we got to talk about 3D printing, and I got to talk a little bit about the Cosplay Confederation on there. He eventually will get to join us on an episode if I can get a hold of him. But he might be a future guest on our podcast. Here soon, we will have Tiramisu Cosplay back on another episode. In the future, I'm not quite sure when. We have to plan it around. Along with, we have a couple more guests that are in the works right now. Pretty cool stuff is moving on with this podcast. Here soon, our next step is to get our YouTube up and running. And then from there, we will end up having a Twitch as well, which the goal eventually is to be able to stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Excuse me. And then you guys can watch all of us all at once. Really awesome and amazing cool stuff we'll get to do. We're slowly building up, obviously. Here soon, I will also be having business cards passed out at conventions. Woohoo! Not a big update for all of you, but for us, that's a major deal because if we're getting enough traction to get business cards, that's pretty awesome and a step forward in the right direction for this channel. I'm getting sensory overloaded, so I'm picking the wig off. Other than that, I think that is about it on the updates information. We are keeping the episodes at this time, the same time we've been doing it for a while. So from that going on, Mental health. I guess that was the convention. Any funny stories you want to share?
Really a lot happened.
I'm trying to
as
buy
per
time for fun
as
to
per
come back.
usual. One funny / embarrassing moment. When I went to go meet Nolan North. Of course, I got the autograph, but I also got pictures with them too. And when we go to take the pictures, I forgot that I had left my camera timer on. So he goes to take the first picture and it starts counting down, and I'm like, oh shit. And he turns it off after that first one. I was just like, I am so sorry. He's like, don't worry about it. It happens all the time. But I was just like, oh shit. I could not believe I'd left my camera timer on. So that was fun. Let's see. What else? Not much. Of course, I freaked the hell out when I met Bill Shatner. So that was interesting as might.
Here's a fun one. I think I've talked about this on an episode before, but it's still in my favorite stories because people are like, "Well, how'd you meet your one of your friends you met at a convention? How did you guys meet? How did this happen?" And I'm like, "Well, me and Tara first met at a convention, a Madzer God. I was cosplaying Tony Chopper, if you know who that is. If you don't, he's a doctor, which is why this is so funny to me, personally. I'm cosplaying Tony Chopper. I have knee issues. My knees just can dislocate just because they feel like telling me choosing to leave my body. And what happened was this was the worst dislocation I've ever had, because normally they'll wiggle and then wiggle right back in. My knee fully dislocated and I went down like a ton of bricks. I caught myself so I didn't hit my head, but three cosplayers come around and be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No, not really, but I'll be okay." And so I'm like kind of crying because my knee's hurting, and I'm like this, right? And my leg is like this, tucked up under me. So when I went down like on my whole leg. And I think that's what caused the knee to like fully like come out, because it wiggled. I went down onto it and then I heard a pop. And so my boyfriend's like, "What do you want me to do?" I'm like, "Oh, straighten my leg, please." And so while he's straightening my leg, I just see this Lucifer Papasso Hotel cosplayer just walk by and go, "Are you okay?" Take a guess who that was?
I'd imagine that was Tara.
Because Tara wanted to make sure I was okay, but didn't want to crowd me. And so I just go, "Yeah!" Next convention I went to, being GalaxyCon, I see this really awesome Lucifer cosplayer, and I'm like, "Oh, they're so pretty." Full demon Lucifer, I'm like, "So pretty." I walk up, but I just like full anxiety go, "I love your cosplay," and then ran away. Well, about 3 months after that, I find this really awesome Lucifer cosplayer on TikTok.
And you're like, wait, hold on a second.
No, here's the funny part. I didn't even recognize her at first. So I'm like, "Oh my gosh, they look amazing. She looks amazing. She looks amazing. Oh my gosh, I love this cosplay." And so I'm like in their I'm in her lives for quite a bit. And then about a month into being into her lives, one of my other online friends joins in, and then I'm like, "Wait, I met you guys at GalaxyCon." She followed me back, and then I got on a live with her. We started talking, and then we found out, and I was talking about the chopper when I fell. And she's like, "Wait, that was you? I remember that." I'm like, "What?"
What?
She's like, did you see the cosplayer like walk past, like yell, "Are you okay?" I went, "Mm-hmm." And she went, "That was me." And I'm like,
Son of a bitch.
So
Like-
my favorite story to tell is, yeah, well, the doctor got hurt, and then the ruler of hell wanted to make sure I was okay. Wanted to make sure the doctor was okay.
The ruler of hell. Oh man.
that was how we met. That's how we became friends. And then I got to meet her in person at MatsuriCon this year. She's a really awesome person. That was a lot of fun, not gonna lie.
Right.
It was so much fun. Gotta celebrate her birthday. But oh yeah, I think my other favorite one when I was cosplaying Bakugo, and this Kaminari cosplayer was like, and I was cosplaying Tamaki Yamajiki. This Kaminari cosplayer, I was like, oh my god, I love your cosplay. And they were like, oh my god, I love yours. And I was like, I love Kaminari. He's one of my favorite characters. So she, oh my god, same, obviously. I mean, look at my Ida bag. And then showed me her Kaminari Ida bag. I was like, oh my god, I love the Bakugo charm in there. Well, find out she was looking for someone to give it to. So I wound up with it.
Nice.
It is actively on my Ida bag.
Yeah, I find I get stopped the most in my ODST armor.
So we ended up talking for a bit, right? And then we found out we like have this shared love for characters. And we're just talking. And I was like, "Oh, where are you going?" Like, "I'm going to get my badge." I was like, "Oh shit, okay." And I start walking with her, and then and she finds her brother. Or no, she had her badge. Her brother didn't. So she finds her brother. We hop in line with her brother, and we're just talking the entire trip up to the front of the line to get their badge, which was like probably 30 minutes. We're just talking. And then she's like, "Yeah, I have a bunch of cosplayers that I bullied into cosplaying with me. Like, they cosplay, but I could bully them into cosplaying from this show. Like, half of them have never even seen this show." And so then they got the tallest guy, I think he said he was 6'5", to cosplay Mineta. Which, by the way, is roughly 3 foot.
Yeah, no, I can see how that might be a bit of a culture shock. So to speak.
So then we made they made it to the photo shoot. We all start talking, and then simultaneously there it became a gag of, "All right, everybody, step on Mineta." So then you just see a giant group of cosplayers just raising their foots or like acting like they're gonna punch him. Because everybody beat up Mineta, and so you just see like this, and I'm just like, I'm literally right next to you, and he gets on the ground, and I'm just like, I just gotta pretend I'm gonna step on your arm, and so then like I lose my balance, so I put my heel on his shoulder. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. He's like, "You're fine. Do you need it to balance?" I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit." And he just like, "You're good." And so then my heel just was on his shoulder for the photo shoot. And as soon as he got up, I'm like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to step on you. I was trying to make it as a joke. I didn't mean to actually do it." Yeah. Then after the photo shoot, we all went down, got some drinks, normal drinks, not schmalcohol. We got normal drinks. So we were good Samaritans. We got some pop and Gatorade because we were all hot as hell. And then I exchanged numbers with the Kaminari, and then we met up. I ran into them again at fucking MatsuriCon again, and I'm like, "Hey, I didn't even recognize." But one of my friends who was cosplaying Momo was cosplaying one of my other favorite characters, Katakuri from One Piece. So I was like, "I love your Katakuri." She's like, "Oh my god, Sarah?" I'm like, "Yeah."
What?
"Oh my, wait, she's like, it's me. I was cosplaying Momo." I'm like, "Oh my god." And then she's like, "This one was the Mineta." And I'm like, "Sorry for stepping on you again." Well, we were good after that. So, you can make some friends doing some pretty weird shit. Like, I don't know if I should share the story on here or not.
Oh god.
Well, we were talking. There was a group of guys, females cosplaying guys just screaming "Yowie, Yowie, Yowie, Yowie."
Hey?
I walk up to them and go "Yowie, yeah," and then we just all start chanting "Yowie" together.
Oh, gee.
And from that led us into like a 30 minute long conversation of the anime they were cosplaying from, and titty jiggle physics, or if they were real or not. And then I looked at them. I could prove anime titty physics are real. And they went, "How?" And I went, it'll take 5 seconds." They went, "Okay." I just bounced. And they're just like, "Holy shit, it's real."
That's pretty damn good proof.
And we're friends now. And so now the running joke is I proved anime physics correct.
That's something to be proud of.
I need to quiet down. But it was I proved titty physics real. No one believes anime titty physics are real until they see a live demonstration. But it was some really weird shit. And then we just started making jokes about it. And so we just started making jokes about, well, if that's real, what about the anime thigh physics? What about the male jiggle physics? Below the belt, just jiggle physics.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean.
And then we started talking about peck jiggle physics. And you just spent like 30 minutes talking about jiggle physics, anime jiggle physics of different body parts.
Interesting.
It's still probably the funniest conversation I've had at a con.
Yeah, I can imagine. And she's
With
back.
that thing. Just in time to do the outro.
Just in time.
All that being said, remember, cosplay preparation is a lot. It's a lot and a little. Con preparation is a lot and a little. Having
It's a
fun
little
is
bit
the
of
most important
everything.
part. With that being said, Flicka.
We know what they're too, because we've seen a thing or two. The Cosplay Confederation, the only confederacy accepted by history.